And this is how your system works when it is actually raining. Water's just flowing out, going to the street, go all the way down to the storm drain around the corner. That's how it's done. We got 3 downspouts from the left house, 3 downspouts from the right house. Nothing is no longer flooding their yard, going down to next to the foundation, flooding crawl spaces, flooding any kind of basements. So this is exactly how you want it done. Now let's take a look at how we got here and how to actually install the system. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dustin with Jersey Shore Drainage Solutions, and today I'm going to show you how to prevent your yard from flooding by simply running your downspouts out to the street. Now take a look at what we're going to do on this job. Now on this job right here, we're going to go ahead and run 3 downspouts from the house on the right and 2 downspouts from the house on the left, and make them come all the way out here through the curb and bust out of the curb. Now usually I would never break the curb, but this is an HOA, so they have their own rules and regulations, and that's what they prefer, so then that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, we already called in for a mark out, because you always want to call 811 before you dig anything, just to make sure you're not disrupting anybody by cutting a cable line or their gas line. We're going to be taking this downspout here, running it up, running it out, teeing over with this one. Going to go straight, take the 2 downspouts from over here, both of them, run them out, run it out, come down, tie into the back, and all of them go to the street. Because as you can see, all the water from everyone's houses comes down and ends up flooding the backyard, and all the water flows down here and ends up sitting down here. He already had somewhat of a drainage system. Now we ended up finding these grates that he didn't know existed in here because he had just bought the house. But as you can see, it's extremely soggy and wet over here. So the less water we can have dumping over here, the better. So let's get started. All right, now it's all dug out. As you can see, I had to break through the curb. Like I said, this is an HOA. That's what they prefer, so it's totally different than normal. Got to do what they want you to do when you're dealing with HOAs. But we have it all dug out now. Gonna catch that one. Gonna catch that. All the way down to the back of the house. Got it all graded out. Pre-grade by putting all the pipes in, but now I got to get the permanent grade by putting it in piece by piece and connecting it all up. Now let's pipe it together. All right, and so far we have the back of the house piped up already. Everything is going massively downhill, as you can see by the level there. It's going downhill to here. So continue going all the way. Got a T into it here, the directional T, and keep the grade going. All right, now we got it all piped up. Downhill to level in the back. Got it going down still. Downhill to level. Over here in the back side of the house, where everything starts off, we got it way downhill to level, which is really good. You always want to try to start the back as high as you can, especially when you don't have a whole lot of fall to the front. We got downhill to level over here. And we got over here, we got downhill to level going all the way. And we got this downspout on the back corner next to where he's going to be installing the patio. Everything is completely downhill to level over here, so that way we can try to maximize the flow over here. As we start off, as you can see, way downhill to level. Come down over here. Again, we are nicely downhill to level all the way. Over here was on top of the sprinkler line, so that was kind of a pain, but we are still downhill to level. keeping everything the same. And over here, downhill to level. Downhill to level. Had to make a different configuration because he's got his footing sticking out. So double 90 coming down. And over here to pick up the neighbors, we got this shooting all the way downhill and coming off where everything connects. It'll be completely downhill. So by the time all the water gets to this point, it's going to be shooting down. It's going to rocket down all the way to the street. Now this last little piece here, since I'm going to have to pull it up a little bit to have it meet where the asphalt is, but as you can see, everything's completely downhill to level. This last little section, slightly, I'm going to have to raise it up a little bit to make sure it's resting on the asphalt here. So I'm going to make this last little section perforated pipe. Have it in there, filter cloth rock, so that way it'll be like a little mini dry well. For those wondering, no, I can't install a catch basin here because they don't want nothing at all on the surface. So now it's filter cloth, throw some rock in here, sock the pipe, and put it up on the curb. And here we go, this is what it's gonna look like. Have the bell end on the asphalt. I'm gonna fill all this in with concrete. As you can see behind it, now we have like a little mini dry well for whatever tries to sit in the pipe when there's no more pressure coming out. Got the piece of perforated pipe socked, rock under it, filter cloth under it, and I'm gonna wrap it around so that way I can put some dirt back on top of it and it look like it's supposed to, so that way I don't have a strip of rock right there between the curb and the sidewalk. So now time to backfill. And here we go. Put the hose into the clean out the furthest away on the line. As you can see, that's 1, 2 there. And we got 1, 2 there. It's going to come down, go to the end. And it's going to go all the way down to the street. And since I busted out the curb, it'll actually go onto the asphalt. So when everything's raining, you're going to have all of these. That's 5 downspouts coming out all the way at the end. Since before, like I said, couldn't put a catch basin or anything, so if you can see, I got perforated on the last little section, and then I have rock under it, so it's almost like its own little mini dry well. Now we just have to wait for it to build up and come out at the end. And as you can see, here it comes. It's stuck in the little valley part. As it's coming this way, it's also draining into the mini dry well. This is exactly how it's going to go. Obviously, everything's going to go a lot faster when you have all 5 downspouts dumping water into it at once. As you can see by that little hole, see the water draining down as it's trying to come. There's my leaf. Here we go, and as the dry well fills up and it can't go back into the ground, and it starts coming out and overflowing, and it's going to come out, flow onto the asphalt, and follow it all the way down to the storm drain around the corner. And that is how you prevent your yard flooding by extending out your downspouts. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and until the next one.